is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots. Put 'em
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
If you're the police, where are your badges? Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Things look bad. It looks like you're not gonna make it. And you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
Right, good evening, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. We are on a little bit earlier tonight because we have, well, I presume we do. Let me just have a quick look. We have a 9-ball tournament at the top of the hour, and I thought we would have a little bit of coverage of this just as a warm-up to the main event. So let's see if there's anybody in this tournament, and there's nobody in it. There's nobody signed up for the 9-ball pool, and there is about 5 minutes to go, so I doubt whether that's going to go ahead, so there's a surprise. But anyway, what I wanted to do was to have a look at the schedule for the Virtual 9-ball World Championships. We've got a big match on today, a round 4 match between MC Clarkey against Spectredawn, both from the UK, both from England, I assume. And that's due to go at past the hour. We also have the one-loss side match between Wink at Me and One Pocket Slim, which starts half an hour later. I think Slim said earlier on today he was going to be streaming it, even though he's playing the damn thing, but that's his choice. We have other matches tomorrow, that is, not today. We've got Sergresh against Mooncake on the one-loss side, and that's tomorrow evening at 7 PM, and it also clashes with Jose against Keith at 7 PM on the one-loss side. So 2 matches running at exactly the same time. Acero, that was the thing. Acero was due to play Chiku the other day, and Chiku obviously must have forfeited or not shown up or whatever. But Acero now moved through to play Interchange X on the one-loss side, and that is at 4 AM Thursday morning. Well, I certainly won't be there for that. And then we have Stubb having his match set with Bedhead for Friday at 6 PM. And of course that's on the one-loss side. And then the other match we have is Cobra against Balls on Friday at 7:30. So that is the lineup, but the main one tonight is MC Clarkey and Spectredawn. I think this could be an absolute cracker of a match. I really do. I think you've got 2 very good players. You've got a long-established VP player who's been around for many a year, but not quite as frequent a visitor to Virtual Pool 4 until sort of recent times. He got a little run in the league that we had there recently as part of my Tactical Geniuses team, and he helped us to the victory there. And he's really finding a very good touch and could honestly go all the way in this tournament. He really could. He's got a very good, solid game, and it needs to be solid because, of course, he's up against Spectredawn, who's looking to go all the way in one of these events himself and get his first Virtual World title to be in the mix, along with the Cobras and the Albanarias of this world. And Spectredawn, of course, still to do that. So both of them have got reasons for winning. And, of course, something's got to give tonight between the two. I think it really, I'd be surprised if, again, one player's going to walk away with this tonight. Somebody would really have to have a nightmare not to have this match run close. I think we should expect a very high standard. If balls are going in the break and have got a shot, they're running out. That's the sort of standard we do expect now. We're so deep into the tournament, and I think from the talent that we have on display, I think we should all expect that. So this 9-ball tournament that I had planned to get a little bit of coverage of. That looks as if that's getting binned because it's barely a minute to go, and it's probably getting nobody in it unless people hang off at the very last second. No, that's going to die a death. So what we'll need to do then is, in order to kill time, we'll run around the houses here and see what we have on. What have we got? What sort of talent have we got? Well, we've got quite a few. You can see there we've got what looks like 4 gratis rooms. In fact, 2 with the same person. Yeah, I think they're all gratis players. So they are. Monte Cristo and Le Meilleur, who's an old VP player as well. They're playing on the club table in Loch Lomond. Yeah, I'm surprised this 9-ball tournament didn't go ahead. Usually everybody's craving for a game of 9-ball. I thought I'll start the stream a bit early. We'll watch some 9-ball up until, and it'll kill time up until the main event, and nobody's interested in this thing. So, but what we can see is that Cobra is putting in a fair bit of table time. He's locked away in his own room, getting some practice, and Matt, who came online a little while ago, he is locked away, also getting some practice. And the only one that isn't locked away getting practice is Spectredawn, who I think is probably, I'm hedging my bets, but he may well be away getting dinner because it is sort of tea time, dinner time, and he may well be in preparation to get that sorted out before this match is due to start. So anyway, I think we should, if we can, duck into a room and catch something. And we might as well go in here and have a look and see what we've got. This is, well, I've got it set to the blue cloth, obviously, for the 9-ball table when that match starts. Good afternoon to Bill. Well, Bill, this is all backfired on me, Bill. I thought we'll start early. There's a 9-ball tournament on at the top of the hour. I'll catch some of that, and that'll fill time until 7:30 or 2:30 if you're East Coast. And of course, nobody signed up for the 9-ball tournament, so that died a death. So that put a spanner in the works. So we might as well just have a troll around and see what sort of talent there is on show elsewhere. I hate this room, by the way. In fact, I hate most of the rooms. The loft is the worst room. The garage is the next worst as far as having a snooker table in it's concerned. I don't think there's many rooms where bits of furniture don't start interfering with the camera. You know, you get pot plants and stuff like that in this room. Well, let's talk about John Higgins last night. I was watching the snooker, and it was late for me. It was actually past my bedtime. I had work this morning, and when I had to quit watching it, it was 12:11 to Mark Allen, and I had to go to bed. And I thought, this is terrible, going to bed at this stage. Well, during the World Championships, when I got up in the morning, was up at 4 AM this morning, they run the highlights of the previous night's matches on the TV in the morning. So I started watching. There he's asking, what is VP4TV? You mean he's never seen a link in the lobby for my YouTube channel? What was I saying? And so when I got up this morning, they were showing the highlights of the match, and it was into the final frame, and Mark Allen was at the table. He was on a break to win the match. I think he had a 62-point lead. He missed a red. He had a 62-point lead. He was almost over the line in the final frame decider last night. And the red that he tried to pot was actually covered by another red, so John Higgins couldn't pot it. And all that was left for him was either to play some sort of safety, which wasn't that easy, or go for a double. So, or a bank shot, as the guys in the States call it. So he played the double with the red into the side pocket, and would you believe it, he cleared the table to win the match. I mean, he was dead and buried, but I've seen John Higgins do that before at the World Championships, and there was a lot of significance on that win last night for John Higgins, because he had to get to the quarterfinals of the World Championships this year in order to stay in the top 16, which of course is certainly lucrative in terms of getting into events rather than having to do a lot of qualifying stuff. But let me just explain to these guys. Right, so now they know, or now they should know. So anyway, John Higgins is through. He's now playing Kyron Wilson in the quarterfinals. He was 4-0 down in the first session, and then I think this is probably over. And then he managed to finish the session 5-3 behind. So long way to go in those matches. And still a long way to go in the World Championships. There's still lots of frames of snooker to play. Right, I think we'll leave these guys to it and see if there's anything else worth watching. Of course, that 9-ball tournament didn't go ahead. And still having a quick look. Well, Spectredawn doesn't really need practice, does he? I mean, he gets plenty of practice. Well, here's another thing that I was watching. I was sitting in front of the PC this afternoon, and I was watching the snooker, but I was so tired I couldn't keep my eyes open. So I decided I'm going to go and have a quick nap. I'm just going to have a lie down for about an hour or so. So I obviously left the PC on, and like I said, I had a lay down in the bed, and you know when you're not really sleeping and you're not really awake, that sort of twilight zone where you're just dozing. And the next thing I know, there was a noise, and I woke up, and the PC was dead. And of course, in that particular state of mind, you don't think necessarily logically at that time when you've just sort of been half asleep, half awake, and you're woken up. The PC made a noise, and it was dead. Of course, I'm over at the PC. I've unplugged the power, I've plugged it back in. PC's totally dead, and it wasn't until I became sort of fully conscious I thought, oh, hang on a minute, let me check the power in the house. And there was no power to the house. So we had a bloody power cut. And that was about 4 o'clock this afternoon. And it was off for about, of course, the first thing I did was go onto my phone and check the local electrical outages. And of course, it confirmed that there was a power outage in my area. And it said it should be back up by about 6 p.m. Well, I thought, well, that's still in time for this match when it comes up, but you never know what can happen. But anyway, it was out for half an hour or so, and I thought the PC had blown up. What a relief that was this afternoon, I'll tell you. A big relief. So, How else can we kill time until this match is due to start? I'm fair looking forward to a little 9-ball tournament and a bit of 9-ball, and of course, nothing happens. Now, we've got nobody playing there. We've got that snooker room already been in there. That's in. All the rooms are dying now as well. And there's no. Well, there's that asshole guy. That Jasnik. Right, there's Winnie playing Reggie. Let's go into that. That'll kill time. So they're not exactly playing a marathon, it's just a race to 3. So, and Winnie's already 2-0 up and on the 9-ball, so this won't last long either. This isn't going to last long either. That's him probably done. Oh, my luck ain't in. My luck ain't in at all. Unless they're going to play another. Not a lot of conversation going on. Right, I think we'll need to bail out in that one as well then. So Matt's still in getting practice. How hard is it to find a room worth going in to actually watch people? How many's actually in the lobby? We've only got 38 in. So we have. Might as well get a plug in. Hang on a minute, back in a sec. Might as well do a bit of spamming. Throw the customers in. So this matchup, well, speak of the devil, Spectredawn's arrived, so he's going to presumably get a little bit of table time before this match is due to start. But I think this could really be the match of the tournament in terms of quality. I can't see how it can be bad. You know, these players are very, very good. Spectredawn particularly good at dealing with problems and finding ways out. Matt with a very deft touch that he's got. It could run very close. And we've had some really close stuff in the recent streams. And more so than Larry's match, which ended a bit miserably for Larry, of course. But he battled. He battled to hang in there. But we've got a lot to look forward to as well with these other matches scheduled over the next few days. We'll have to keep a tab on what's happening in the One Pocket Slim match. Obviously, it's going to cross over this one. Good evening to Semi-Pro. Yes, a fair thought we'll have a little bit of a 9-ball tournament. That'll take us nicely into the start of the match. And I think there's not very often many 9-ball tournaments come around and nobody signs up for them. So we're just going to sit here and waffle on. This has got to be a good match. Welcome to LS3. I mean, Matt is really a very sound player, and the one thing he should do is give Spectredawn a run for his money. Definitely, he should really give him a hard test. And of course, if you're going to win one of these events, you've got to beat whoever. Doesn't matter who they are. You've just got to take everybody out eventually. It might even take 2 goes to get either of these guys out of the tournament against one another. It might be the first time these 2 guys are going to meet in this tournament. You never know, because most people are looking elsewhere for the champion to be one of the other 2, and we all know who we're talking about. I mean, there's other good players who are in with a shout of winning this, and on the day they could take each other out. I think we're due for a change in this tournament. I would like to see a change. Welcome to Slim. I would like to see somebody making that breakthrough, whether it be Matt, whether it be Spectredawn, whether it be semi-pro keeping his head on and getting there. But anybody other than the usual suspects, just to stir the shit a little bit. You know, always, you know, the more ingredients in the pot, the better the stew at the end of the day. So I'm all for that. If we get a good battle and a good quality match, that'll make my evening. But really, we should expect a high quality here tonight. I just think they're too good to be bad, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I honestly don't know, or I can't remember. Because again, Matt's been a player who's never been. He's never been like in every night in VP, not even in Virtual Pool 3 either. I don't recall him ever being as regular, as frequent. But he's. I don't know whether he's gone really deep in anything in the past. I honestly can't remember, because I don't think he's been in that many. I mean, he did play in the Virtual Snooker World Championships, because I mean, I always remember that nightmare. I had my dodgy. In fact, that was my good mouse that was actually breaking down at the time, and I played Matt in the Virtual World Snooker Championships, get Gub 10-1. And I don't remember what year that was. But Matt was certainly in that tournament. I don't know how far he went in it. I honestly cannot remember. But I think Matt's well overdue to cross that threshold, you know, to get himself right in the mix and go really deep into this tourney. I think he's well good enough to do that. And even if he did head over to that one-loss side, nobody wants to bump into him. There's not anybody in that one-loss side who want to meet him, or Spectredawn for that matter. I mean, it's just going to be a complete minefield on that one-loss side for whoever ends up there and whoever's already over there. So let's just hope it is a cracker. So what else have we got? Well, we've got a Honolulu room up with nobody in it other than Lee on his own. We've got that snooker room still up. What else have we got? We've got Matt still in his room. We'll get Spectredawn in, getting a little 10-minute warm-up. And Wenny and Easy Game are still playing, although I thought they were just going to sit there. Unless they're in Discord or whatever, I don't know. And the other news is that Steve messaged me a little while ago, and he will be joining us tonight. Good afternoon, good evening to Coldest Pillow. Now, show us some pots on the cowboy. No. Next question. Steve will be here. He said he will be joining us, so I've got Discord open. Now the thing is, Discord. Now, I'm giving you preparation for what's going to happen when Steve joins. Now, remember the last time that he was in the stream, my mic, not my mic, my what the hell do you call it? My voice changer thing was in the wrong setting for my mic, it actually was using my webcam mic instead of my bloody headset mic, and that caused an issue in Discord where I had to up the volume on Steve and whatever, so I might need to change the volume when he arrives. So we'll see what happens. Don't tell me semi-pros is another idea that's going to die a death. Right, I had an idea for the winners of the World Championships. Might be a good idea to have bounty on the winners, so the player that beats them and stops them winning gets VP dollars. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Like a bounty on their head, right? How's that? I mean, here's another idea where you don't explain anything properly, semi-pro. You know, you need to get things right, and then explain it when it's in plain simple English. I mean, where does these V dollars come from? I mean, no disrespect, but I'm already lost as to what you're talking about. Yes, I understand what you mean in principle, but yeah, I don't know what the hell he's talking. Good evening to Cobra. Right, so Steve will be here for his infinite wisdom. Who beats the winner World Championship gets the reward? Right, well, who's giving them the bloody reward then? That's what I'm asking. Who's giving them the reward? You keep talking about who's putting these V dollars up? You know, that's what I'm asking. Are you doing it? You know, everybody else wants to know. Good evening to Keith. Good evening to Keith. Oh, Steve, right. Ah, right. Well, you should be prompting that. You should be sending him a message. But needless to say, that'll get short shrift from Steve. Yeah. VP Premier League. Now, don't forget, all of this talk where you had the opportunity to have a Champions League set up, and nobody was interested, right? You could have had a Champions League set up for league matches. Nobody gave them any interest whatsoever. So that won't happen either, because not enough people were showing any interest. It's all great when people come up with these ideas, but the problem is you're the only one that thinks it's good. Nobody else does. That's the problem. And there's not enough interest from people. It's all very well thinking. You've got to remember there's only 30 odd people hardly ever in this lobby, and most of them are gratis and don't speak English and haven't a clue and they're not interested. It's going to be very difficult to run anything, just simply because we don't have enough bodies. And that's the sad truth, I'm afraid. Well, I mean, in truth, there is, because you've only got the same people that come here all the time. But I don't know why. I don't know why we're getting more Indonesian, Chinese players coming in, but they're not doing anything. They're actually just gratis players, so they're not bringing any income into VP4. Neither of them. But they're more than welcome, because the more they get into it, the more they might, put by a few whatever their money is, and eventually maybe become regulars. You never know. Well, the night now. By the way, Slim, talking about the 9-ball the other night there. This mouse that I've got, which is actually the newest mouse I've got, although I've had it for a while. I was tinkering about, and it's got like 4. I think it's got a button with maybe 3 or 4 DPI settings, and I've got it on the lowest DPI setting, which I've been practicing with for a little while, and that gives me a wee bit better touch with controlling the pace in the cue ball. I don't think I made all that many mistakes the other night. I think the only mistake is I made a good bloody break without scratching. But in terms of disastrous positional shots, I don't think I made that many. I was actually better than normal, I think. At least it felt that way. I think it might be a psychological thing. So it might. But anyway, be patient, people. We'll be back in a minute or two.
Things look bad. It looks like you're not gonna make it. And you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, folks, here we go. We're all set. I'm going to do a quick tab. I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, so Steve has notified me that he is intended to be here, so he's not there yet. What time is it? Yeah, we're about 3 minutes away, so everybody's here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome any latecomers. We did start the stream a lot earlier, but that backfired on me because we had no 9-ball tournament for as a time filler. That plan died in its arse at 7 o'clock when nobody entered the tournament. So here we are. Right. So remember also that we're only live on YouTube from here on in as far as live stream matches on VP4TV. Anything else I do might be in Twitch, but that's boring stuff that nobody else is interested in. Right, I'm going to do one more quick tab, and then of course, like I mentioned earlier, there might be problems with the audio level. You're just going to have to be patient if we need to fix that a wee bit, because I think we might. So 2 seconds. Good evening, or good afternoon, and welcome to Steve.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Now, how does everybody sound? We're needing to do a sound check here. Let's
Everybody
see.
hear me okay?
I can hear you, but you sound a wee bit quiet to me. But I wouldn't touch anything. I would let me adjust it on my end. If the guys think you're a bit quiet. Welcome to Mark. Steve. A little quiet, but okay. Right, hang on a minute. I'll just have him up a little bit. Hold on. Let's go to there. Yeah, I had him way down at 87, but that was because of the problems I had the other time. So he should be better now.
So what do you think of this match, Hugh?
Well, I think this is going to be great. I don't know who's going to win it, but I think it could be a cracker. I think that you've got such talent on show here that I'm expecting very high quality. I'm expecting runouts. I'm expecting bad luck and good luck to play the part in it. I don't think there's a lot between the two of them, but it could really be a cracker.
Yeah, I'm expecting a good match. I mean, both these players are high-level players. You know, and I saw everybody's kind of favoring Spectre, and I would probably give Spectre a little advantage too. But you know, Matt's been playing better. He seems like, you know, there's a lot of guys. Matt, One Pocket Slim, LS3, that, you know, we're seeing people get better, and it's slow, but that's kind of normal. When you get really good, it's hard to get better, so it takes time. But Matt has gotten better. We'll see if he can show up and play well. I think if he does, he has a chance to win this.
Now, what Spectredawn got is his picture. He's got a guy in a horse, but who is he? He's obviously a cowboy. He's got a pool cue in his hand.
It looks like he's got a pool cue, yeah.
Right, here we go. Matt on the right-hand side, Spectredawn on the left. Race to 19. No jump cues. Winner breaks.
So we'll see if Spectredawn's moving game's gotten better. I think it has improved slowly, but that's really his weakness. You know, I think Matt's got a chance to win that part of the match.
Welcome, Fast Eddie. Now, don't forget, we've got a one-horse side match starting in half an hour's time. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. One Pocket Slim. I think he said he's going to stream it himself, even though he's in it, but we'll keep an eye on what's happening. So Matt has won the lag, and off we go. And well, there's the first dry break. We can't bump this in off the 7. The 7's too tight.
Yeah, I think you either got to bank it or play safe. And I'm not sure banking is worth it. I think you can play the carom. If you bank it and stop the cue ball and there's a rail, you can play the carom. He's going to push out. And he's going to get, this is a pretty easy safety.
Well, that bank's past the 3, so I don't know. He doesn't look as if he's interested.
I wouldn't shoot this just because, you know, what are you going to do next? I would put the 1 on the end rail and use the 3, 4, 5. He's going to go side to side, and, you know, I wouldn't say that's a bad choice, but he didn't get there. Now he's going to be locked up. This is a really easy safe. Ooh, he didn't play it that way. See, I would have put the cue ball in there and ran the cue ball into the 7. I think it was easier to play that way.
I mean, he can't get away from here. He's just going to have to sit there.
You could slow roll into it. Yeah, I don't think that was the wise play. I don't think he was going to get safe that way. I probably would have slow rolled up on top of the 1. I mean, you could kick off the end rail, but if you don't hit it really well, you're going to scratch.
Oh, that's a little bump. Now, what does he play here? Does he play the cut, a 2-in-1 shot, a cut and a billiard onto the 7 at the same time? I don't think he can avoid it.
Yeah, he's got choices there. I think it's a little tricky to make the 2 and the 7 at the same time. I think you want to play one or the other. He plays the 2. I think that's a good pick.
That was well played. And
yeah, except he didn't come up good. You know, he needed to get on the 3 in the side pocket.
Is he? I mean, I don't think is there room past that 4 for a bank? I don't think it's on. It's too tight.
Boy, I wouldn't be shooting that. I'd probably thin the right side of the 3 and take the cue ball up by the corner pocket. You got the 4, 5, 7 sitting there as blockers. He may thin the left side. Yeah, that's what he did. I like the other way better. And the reason why is the way the balls were sitting. I think it was, easier because the 5, 7 is lined up. I thought it was easier to go off the right side of it.
Have a go at the pot. Oh, what he could get. I didn't think he could see enough of that. Maybe I should have looked at it there to see whether he could see enough, because I thought he was going to try and cut it up to the right.
So the part of the game that, Matt needs to do well is run out. I mean, the guy's got great touch. I love the way he rolls balls. His touch is really good. If he's going to compete with Spectredawn when he gets these tables, he needs to run out.
Watch the cue ball. He's good. He's good, but straight. Slight angle, I think, but he's going to have to force it, though, isn't he?
He's got enough to get it out of there, but yeah, he's going to have to put some English on it, and you really got to watch out for the side pocket.
Again, that's
well done.
Pretty well controlled. Again, just lovely pace.
Yeah, he's got the right idea about how to play pool. He used a lot of spin there rather than speed to get the ball to move.
Cobra, there's no point in asking that question, because when Steve tells you I've been really busy, I told you guys, Steve said he's been really busy, but he leaves you hanging in mid-air and doesn't tell you what he's really busy doing. It could be, I'm really busy, but it's none of your business, or I'm really busy and I'm doing things for VP4 at the moment. I'm doing this and doing that, but he won't let anything out of the bag, so don't waste your time asking him.
All right, I'll let some stuff out of the bag, just because, yeah.
Steve's taking the bait. There you go, guys.
So, I have been working on VP some. That's one thing that's made me busy. I had a good friend of mine pass away.
Oh dear.
And I was, I was in his will to get rid of his tools, and he had a big wood shop and stuff. So, I've been doing that for his widow, and that's taken up a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, between those two things, I just have been really busy.
Well, Matt's had a good start and a good opportunity to back that up.
Yeah, I like how he plays. I mean, I think he's got a chance to be one of the very top players. He continues to get better.
This is touchy, because this has got to go across the table twice from the 6 into the other pocket. So it's all about judging this line and pace back across. Unless he's going below it. Oh yeah, he is going below it. And of course he's hit it and everything's good. What was the problem? Why did he ever doubt it? I don't think he played it though.
Yeah, he was going to play it on the side, but he's okay. Uh-oh, you don't want to get straight. Well, I guess he's okay where the 8 is. Just, that to me is the kind of thing that you just don't want to be doing, getting straight on those kind of shots. He had enough angle, he was okay.
Well, let's see if Matt's going to be one of these players who gets himself. And let's see if he's got the Albinario in him. Whether everything's going good, and then he maybe starts to drift and sort of the errors creep in, because that happened to Albinario again the other night. That cue ball's heading south. Oh
wow! Now, that was fortunate that it hung up. He doesn't have a shot. Well, he could try to nick the edge of the 1 and make the 4. I don't really like that shot. He's probably going to push.
Yeah, he could do that.
I would push here. I'd probably put it down by the 4 ball.
Now, the
And,
thing is, if he's just going to push in the jaw there, I think he's not. I thought he was thinking that there, but I think he's still studying the table. But
he's gonna push. And yeah, that's a little too good. When I meant down by the 4 ball, I meant more angle. I mean, he may just try to cut this in the corner by the 7. I mean, that's
no,
he's going to try to play safe.
no, too heavy.
Yeah, no good. Yeah, that safety was kind of speed sensitive. How the 3 and 5 were sitting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
it still gets marked down as a fail. Spectredawn.
Yeah, I'm never against. I'm never against playing safe. I mean, but you got to execute.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
You might be getting a second bite. That was the other thing. Who was it? What stream was it we had the other night there? Who was doing all the jumping? Was it Matt? Who was it that was practicing their jump shots clearly with the playing queue, and they were successful every time? I've forgotten what match it was. Somebody will tell me. Somebody else will be in the stream who was paying attention that night, because I've totally forgotten who I was watching.
No, I know Fast Eddie jumps really well.
Was it Eddie? Maybe you're right.
I don't know, but I've seen him jump with the play queue.
Yeah,
he's very good with it.
Yeah, I think it was Eddie. No, it was Bedhead. Was it Bedhead? Now I've totally lost it. It was either one of those two guys, and every jump that they played, it was Eddie. Eddie did he got every one of them right. I mean, he got it over the ball. Whether he got the other ball in or not is immaterial, but he was successful each time. Okay, I think 2 or 3 of them he was jumping over the edge, but he still managed to get the ball up and down.
Anybody want to bet against Spectredawn not getting out here?
Well, I wouldn't.
This is almost guaranteed. Yeah. I mean, that's what this guy does good. You give him tables like this, it's he's going to run out.
And of course, the other problem is that Matt's lead is 2 going down to 1, but by the time Matt gets back to the table with this guy, he could be 5-2 behind. You just never know with Spectredawn, but if he starts buzzing with the break, he can very quickly start adding these racks. Good evening, good afternoon to Hairpig. I couldn't remember who it was. It was Eddie. Well, at least you're good at the jumping with the playing queue.
Hey Eddie, just go do those drills. Go do the drill tab and do the drills. I think you'll find that you will get better. I mean, it's work, but don't have to make a trade. Just got to work at it.
So rack number 4. I don't think anything went. And
nope.
Dodgy cut to 1, is it?
Yeah, he's going to make this. I mean, this is just 3 rails and out for the 2. I mean, I don't see him missing this ball.
Can he get this out?
No, he's going on the inside.
Yeah, he's checking it because he didn't want to run round the angle and run into 7.
Yeah, I thought, well, he wouldn't run into the 7 if he put English on it. It'd open up, but he shot it that way, which is fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with a player saying, okay, well, I'd rather do it this way, but you got to make the ball.
Yeah, well, I think, again, with this table setup, everything here is inevitable, apart from the unforced mistake, rolling out a line somewhere. It's going to be 2 apiece. Well, he's got himself
not really where you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be on the rail, so now he's going to have to just take his medicine here and leave a long cut in his 3. I don't think he could do anything else other than roll that in.
Yeah. Well, he cinched the 1 ball. He didn't try to move the cue ball into a better position and just said, well, I'll just shoot the long shot on the 3, and it's working for him. Matt just can't do that against Spectre and expect to win. I mean, he can do that very few times because This guy's a run-out machine.
I'm wondering whether these two guys have actually ever played a tournament. I don't know whether they have or not. Because as I say, Matt's not been around often enough, really. And I'm hedging my bets as to whether they've actually played one another. Okay, they might have bumped into one another in a challenge room, but I can't recall them playing in a tournament against each other.
Doesn't Matt play in the Friday night 9-ball?
Not really, no.
Well, you never know about that, Mark. You never know.
Mark's fishing. He's fishing again.
Yep, he's fishing.
Unreal Engine 5, that's what we want, Mark, isn't it? Unreal Engine 5. Well, here we are, back all square. Well, let's see how far Matt's behind after Spectredawn's done running a few racks here.
It's mostly from being on these streams, LS3. I mean, every once in a while I'll take a look at somebody, but it's mostly just watching them play and what they're doing.
Well, ball in the break, 5 balls gone. Wrong angle on the 1, but loads of room for the 2. Yeah, that's giving him a shot. I mean, again, he's not in great line in the 2, but these are tables that, once he's got past this problem with the 2 ball, everything else should fall into place, and he'll have the lead.
I will say this about, I mean, I'm looking at people's decision making a lot, but I'm also looking at execution. I will say this about getting better. The easiest way to get better is practice what you're bad at. Especially for good players. Like, for example, Spectredawn, he doesn't move very good, so that's what he should practice. I mean, he doesn't need to practice running out. He already does it great.
So is he going to get on a roll here straight away? That's what we're all wondering.
Well, I mean, Matt has kind of opened the door for him. And, I mean, the thing that's hurt Spectre so far in this match is really he hasn't been breaking that well.
Well, it's dry. Matt's got a similar shot, not a gimme on the 1 ball. He's got it, and now he's got a problem.
Not where you want to be.
No, he wanted to be a lot further over than this.
Boy.
He wanted to be there at least.
Yeah, so, he really didn't stroke that. You got to hit that pretty hard to get it to come back. Boy, that's a great shot.
That's an excellent shot.
Well, he got it. He got the ball going forward, and the English will help you hit that thinner, which gets you to the rail.
What's the thoughts on the John Higgins break? You weren't here early on, Cold as Pillar, but I seen him do something very similar in a World Championship a number of years ago, but I think it was a semi-final match then, and he was dead and buried, and he did something very similar, but he's got balls of steel, John Higgins. Definitely. Welcome to Pop, man.
You know what's better than having balls of steel?
What is that?
Being crazy. I'll tell you what, I've watched a lot of pool players gamble. Probably the best gambler I've ever seen was Keith McCready, because he was just nuts. He just didn't care.
No, he didn't make a maximum here, Pig. What happened was it was a final frame, 12 frames all. Mark Allen, the Northern Irishman, was on a break of 62, So he was almost over the line. John Higgins was almost needing snookers. Mark Allen missed a red. Didn't leave John Higgins on a red, and all that John Higgins had when he came to the table was a
Wow.
bank.
I was a little surprised about that choice. I was surprised he didn't play for the combination.
Well, he's just going to brush forward here, isn't he, and play the 9 down at the bottom.
I mean, he's okay, but I just surprised I mean, the combination was real easy and didn't have to do anything. But what he did worked.
Yeah, the rest is history here, Pig. John Higgins came to the table, doubled the red into the side pocket and cleared up to survive. Great finish. So we're all square again. Ball's queuing up to get into that side pocket. The 3 and 8 have gone. He's perfect on the 1. And Matt's going to regain the lead here. I'm probably jumping the gun, but I would put a pound on saying he's going to run this table. This is what I'm expecting. You know, it's going to be like this. If these guys get a ball, a shot in the tables like this, they're out. Forget it. It's going onto the board.
Well, I think he just got funny. Let's see. Does he have any angle? Well, nope. Yeah, he made angle. That's good. You know, you really want to leave yourself angle on that shot so you don't have to do what he just did.
So he's cutting across the 9 here, so he's not interfering with the 9.
Well, McClarkley's got an interesting. That was made with. I can already tell you that was made with Dahlia.
What's that? Is that like a Photoshop thing?
It's a AI.
An AI thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of Chat GPT. I can almost guarantee you he made that with Dahlia. I recognize the problems in the image.
Cobra's got he's done the same thing. I've done a 2 or 3 images using that AI. There's plenty of websites that do it. Although, having said that, though, some of the website stuff's pretty poor.
Guess what? The image for this tournament was generated with Dahlia. For this 9-ball World Championship, the image for it, that was done with AI.
I don't even. It must be really striking because I don't even remember what it looks like.
It's a very basic. It's a 9-ball on the table. It says 2024 World Championship.
So the kick in and the 2. Well, he'll settle for that. Consider he's got a good sight of the 3, and the 3's got a pocket to go into.
Yeah, this is a good 2-way shot, you know, because you got the 7 there. This is a little tricky. You got to decide where you want to put the cue ball. There's definitely a scratch on. You want to run into the 9-ball. You know, do you want to come around?
He's going up table.
He ran into the 9-ball and he missed it by a mile, but you know, it was a 2-way shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether. I mean, he missed it by so much. Did he actually play? Did he play the pot there, or did he play to run into those balls for safety? I mean, we'll never know.
He may have just been playing safe. He may have not played it as a 2-way. You know, 2-way shots are super important in pool because if you got a shot that's tough and you got a chance to shoot it, but you can play safe at the same time, you know, it gives you the opportunity to shoot at it. Whereas if you have a shot that's kind of dicey and you shoot at it and you don't have the 2-way, you know, you miss it, you sell out. So I like 2-way shots a lot. And that's no good. That wasn't the easiest kick in the world.
All right, so ball in hand. So it's going to be a quick finish to this rack. 3-5-9. Anybody getting the sense that this could go a long way this match? I'm getting that feeling already. And,
yeah.
the only if I was Matt, The only fear I would have is that sooner or later, with Spectredawn getting these opportunities to break, he's going to start bringing stuff together here.
Yeah, if somebody's going to run a 6-pack, I think it's a
Well,
lot more chance it's going to be Spectredawn than Matt.
What he won't do is if the commentator's cuss gets him like that, scratch the break.
And another good opportunity for Matt. The table's sitting really good. The fact that the 4 balls over there on the same side of the table as the 5 makes it so it should be fairly simple to get on the 5 good. I mean, you've got to get pretty straight on that 5 and come straight back up the rail, because anything other than that is going to be a little bit dicey as far as getting position on the 6.
Well, this he does really have to get good on this 5 ball.
He's going to have to roll this, and here's the problem with doing that. You're going to leave a lot of distance.
Yeah, well,
he didn't roll it, but he still left a lot of distance. And the problem with this is it's harder to control the spin the further away you are from the object ball. You know, this kind of shot, you'd rather be a foot away.
Well, he's going to have plenty of angle, I believe, to get up the table for the 7 into the same pocket. I think he's going to leave the cut, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a smart play. He didn't take the chance of overhitting it, and he had a little angle that could have caused some problems. And he's putting inside on this, which is probably the best way to hit this.
Oh, well.
Well, that's the second ball he's missed with inside, because the 1 ball he hit with inside too. And that one was just a little thick. The 1 ball was a little thin.
She's tight. She's tight, and that's tight in the pocket. That's the other problem. He could go round the knuckles here and not hit this. Oh, he's got it.
And he should be good here. He's going to have not the greatest angle, but I mean, this kind of shot is a little tricky. You can go between that 9 and 8, but there's a lot of speed here. I think if you hit it hard enough to go between them, it's going to be tough to get on the 8.
See how this looks.
Another choice is just bunt this.
He could go through the gap. He could go through the gap and potentially scratch, so he could.
No, I don't think he can scratch.
Oh,
he bumped the 9. And that's not a bad play, you know. And that was actually predictable that if he caught enough of the 9, it was going to get to 8 too.
Yeah, I'll settle for that.
I don't know if he played that or not, but if he did, good shot. If he didn't, it came out well.
Good evening to WizKid. Spectredawn looking for the follow-up. Stretch that lead. What's he doing?
I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's never seen the room before and he's kind of just taking a look around.
I don't know what the hell he's doing. Has he forgotten where the actual rack is?
Well, he's breaking from a little different spot here. Let's see what happens.
Maybe he's lining. I think he's lining up with that. Was he lining up with that first diamond? Maybe that's what he's doing. The first diamond and the long rail there. Check that the next time.
Well, I think he's break, and he's got a shot on the 2, and you know, it looks like he's going to be out this rack too.
Well, maybe he's been doing some homework, so we're going to have to look at that. Obviously, he's going to run out here, so we'll have to get in preparation to see what he's up to here, what he's worked out.
If he can break like that, then you know, if he breaks like that, I don't see how Matt's going to win this, because this is how you can stay away from the moving game. Just break great and run out every rack.
Something having, you know, that's given the clue. Well, I don't know whether he was looking at the rack, but I think it might be something to do with that first diamond. But I think if I'm Matt and I'm thinking, well, what's he doing twiddling around here? What is he looking at? Then I'd be trying to work out what he's looking at, and I'd be paying great attention to this next rack.
If he was looking at the rack he would have been in view mode and zoomed in on the rock. So he couldn't have been
Yeah,
looking at the rock.
the cube wouldn't have been moving, wouldn't it? No, he'd have been up. He'd have been up with his donut, looking around.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that reminds me. Yeah, I need to set up the next World Championship. Didn't you
Yes, you
guys
do.
want snooker? Is that what you wanted?
Well, it's actually the anniversary that's passed for Cowboy, but yes, it should be snooker as well.
Well, which one do you want?
Well,
Snooker
that
or
didn't take
Cowboy?
long. Well, I would go with the majority.
What do you guys want? We're going to take an informal vote.
Of course, Cobra's first in with Cowboy. Yes, it should be Cowboy. The snooker one should have been running right now, along with this one. But we get caught up in the other one finishing.
So it's 1-0 Cowboy. See, this is why you want to be in these streams, because this is important stuff. You get your voice heard. So it's 2-0 for Cowboy.
Past Eddie wants Cowboy. I want Cowboy.
Where's Napnicker? Where's Napnicker? He'll have a fit when he finds out it had a vote and he wasn't here.
Yeah, I want Cowboy. Coldest Pillow wants Cowboy. Get it set.
Yeah, it is looking a lot like it's going to be a Cowboy, isn't it?
Remember how we set the final to, I don't know how many racks it was set to, Steve, and then we had to cut things back. And then,
okay,
of course,
so the last Cowboy was the last Cowboy World Championship was race to 3, losers to 3, single final to 4.
Yeah, but it was actually more than that. But the final itself lasted nearly 6 hours because it went all the way.
So race to 4 took 6 hours.
Yeah, it did, because Albinario was was he not 3-1 down, and then he came back to take it to a final rack, I think. Yeah, it was still good. Yeah, still keep it race to 4, because it can go a lot quicker than that.
Yeah, so winners race to 3. Should I make losers race to 2 instead of 3?
No, race to 3.
Okay, keep them both the same. All right.
Yeah, final to 4 is fair.
So another thing about this is that we played it on the 10-footer.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's got to be the 10-footer.
Okay, so that's what you want, and alternate balls and billiards, of course.
Yeah. Now here's the question: no jump cues.
Yeah, jump cues were off in the last one. I hate jump cues, and you know, somebody had said something about why wasn't jump cues on this this tournament and stuff before, and I'll tell you why. And you know, it's really my fault in that I've never been able to figure out how to make jump cues so they're not so darn easy. And the reason why they're easy in VP is because it's easy to aim them. Like in real life, it's very difficult to aim them. Plus, you know, it's harder to stroke the cue and keep it accurate. And I mean, you can get to the point where you jump pretty good in real life, but in VP, it's just, you know. And I did some things to try to make it harder, and it's just, you know, it's just ridiculous.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake. Coldest Pillar, the 10-foot table is not too big. You're just scared of it. Now, but you know, you go and play the Cowboy in the 10-foot table for a long period of time.
Yeah, you got to practice it.
And then you go back to the 9-foot. I mean, the 9-foot's for kiddies.
Coldest Pillow, you're a pretty good player. I mean, you shouldn't have any trouble with a 10-footer.
No, he plays a fair bit of snooker, doesn't he? So 10-footer shouldn't hold any fear for you.
Yeah, I mean, but you do have to get used to it. I mean, the visual is a little different. You know, the tendency is a little more to overcut balls.
So the mistake this rack from Matt was not getting cover, leaving that. I think it was the 2 that was in the open, and we've definitely got daylight here.
Yeah, well, cover's going to make you pay for those mistakes on safeties. And, you know, if you're playing a safe where if you don't get there, you're going to leave the ball open. You know, that's... I think he'll just go forward and around and shoot it down table. He's not going to do that. He's just going to cinch it. Yeah, the safest kinds of safeties, not as safe as quality, but safe if you screw up, are ones where you're not leaving an easy shot even if you don't get the snooker. If you play safes where if you don't get the snooker, you've left an easy shot, you better get the snooker.
So Spectredawn with the 2-rack lead, ball and 2 balls gone. Shot in the 1 now. Does he just roll through for the 3 on the other side? Because the 2 ball wants to go. So he could come out and play 3 into this the side that we're looking at. I think he's got a choice of about 3 pockets for this 3 ball, just depending what he decides he's going to do here. So yeah, he could just be going slightly forward to take the 3 into the side. Yeah, that was my first option that I thought he was going to do. Now 4 ball, plenty of room past the 7. How's the line in the 3? He's a wee bit straight, but he's got a wee bit of spin. And now it's getting a wee bit tricky.
There's some ways here, Pig, that the game can be changed, but
check.
Not setting things to what you intended is that's not something that's simple to do. I mean, you can make it so you control the cue and the whole stroke, but everything would get harder.
No, don't forget, jump cues online and jump cues offline are different because you don't have the aiming angle online that you have offline. That was taken out of the game a long time ago.
Yeah, you don't know what the angle is, so but players are still have gotten very good at jumping balls in VP. I mean, I think if you even took the best players in real life at jumping balls, they're nowhere close to what players can do in VP. And there's some guys in real life that really, that jump balls really well. I mean, Gorst is one of them. It's phenomenal how well he jumps balls. But most of the top players jump balls pretty well.
Well, the mini alarm bell should be ringing here for Matt. He's 3 behind. Balls are flying in again for Spectredawn. And it's like the parting of the Red Sea. There's the 1 ball on and a little kill, and he's on the 2, I think.
Yeah, and this is what's going to kill Matt.
No, I think the angle he had to run through. It was just an awkward angle to try and hold.
That was very well played there. Good speed on that.
Right, let me just do a quick hit on this link and kill the volume if I can get it to work. And get rid of this. And bring that up. And what the hell's the score? Well, it's already 2-0 to Slim against Wink at Me. So we can tab in and keep an eye on it. Well, this is what I was predicting would eventually happen at some point. Spectredawn's going to get in, and he's going to start stringing these racks together. And
that's hard to design because you got 3 axes you're controlling, and you got a mouse that only has 2.
Now, even if he does, come up with a dry break, Matt gets back in. Spectredawn can do like 2 or 3 little stints like this where he's getting, 2 or 3 racks each visit that he does get, and suddenly that lead's just ran away. So Matt, first of all, has to get to the table, but not only that, he's going to find it when he does get to the table, he's going to have to match it and do something similar. So that's stacking the pressure up already.
So he's breaking the same spot here, and
well, it's nothing to do with the diamonds.
Well, I mean, the
Sweet
distance
ball.
does make a difference. Distance makes more difference than you would think. You know, he's moved it back some. That effectively changes the angle too.
Well, I think the bank is on. If he fancies it, can you get enough of the one to play the bank? Just have a look. I
No,
don't know whether
but
he
he can
can.
cut the one, and I think he will cut the one. I think he's going to
Yeah.
take a whack at this. Now, I'll be interested to see what he decides to do with the cue ball here, because that's the tricky part here is getting the cue ball. I don't think making the one is that difficult, but getting it on the two is going to be tricky. And I think he will shoot this one ball. I mean, I would in this situation, and the reason why is, you know, it's there, and if you push out, it's going to be like,
Oh,
well, he did shoot it, and he missed it.
overdone it.
And he
How
wouldn't
does
have had
that
a shot on the two at that. Well,
Well, I
it
don't know
wouldn't have
that.
gone there if he made it.
Does this actually cut, or are you better off
Yeah.
banking
Oh
this?
yeah. No, I'd cut this spinner. I'd hit this with a lot of right English and spin over. You got to change the direction of the ball. You could hit this with inside and try to kill it, but you know, again, this is how are you going to get on the two?
He's
He's
hoping for a
trying to
bump.
run into a
Yeah, he's
ball.
hoping for a bump.
Oh, watch out! Watch out! Watch
Yeah.
out!
Well, he needed that full ball hit there to kill that cue ball,
Yeah,
and now he's
he needed
now
a
he's in a
bump.
hole.
Well, that was a tricky shot, also. I mean, oh, he got it. He did hit it. It's not
Did
going to do him any good, though.
Did he hit it?
He did get it. He got a piece.
My eyes must be bloody terrible, because I didn't think he got any of that there. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it got paint. Well, you know, I mean, those guys both had difficult situations from the one to the two, and they both failed. But you know, the last guy that fails is the guy that's losing the game.
Well, I was actually in the middle of having a drink at the time. I had a 5-litre bottle of water up my face at that time here, Pig. That's probably another reason I didn't catch.
Yeah, if you're not looking at it, it's hard to see that it hit it. I remember at a tournament, we're at the state amateur team tournament, and I think it was it 9-ball? I think it was 9-ball. Anyhow, one of the guys on my team was playing a guy on the other team in the finals, and there's like 200 people watching this, and this guy shooting a jump shot, and he brushed the ball he was jumping over, and out of 200 people there, one person saw it. That was me.
You were the only one that saw it.
Because nobody's looking at that. Like when people shoot jump shots, I always look at that object ball, because that can happen where you just barely brush it.
Well, there's definitely a crisis on here for Matt, but you can't do anything about it.
No, I mean, this is uh-oh.
Yeah, ball's gone again.
Has he got a shot? Is he going to get a shot? That's the question. He's got a ball in, and it looks like he's going to get a shot.
Yeah, he's got a cut.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of winter break thing is, you know, it can be tough. I actually think alternate break favors the better player even more than winter break. And I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but if you don't play good enough to win, it doesn't matter. All alternate break means is you get to the table more. You're not going to win anyways. If you play good enough to win, but you're not the favorite, winner breaks an advantage, because if you can break well and run out a lot and keep the other player off the table, then he can't show his superiority, and you can beat him. And you got to play good enough to, you know, control the table. But if you can do that, then winner break actually gives the lesser player a better chance at winning.
Oh, Stubbs in the building.
Oh boy. Why don't you come in the room and get a fine, Stubb? I want to use that fine system I put in. I haven't been able to use it too much, and I took the time to write that code. I'd like to use it.
Well, the 9 ball, I don't think is. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second here. Hang on a second. That is barely. It's not quite frozen, but it's in that zone where you want to be really straight on it if you can, and that's perfect.
Oh, that's interesting, Hairpick. I didn't see that one, but yeah, I mean, it's because people don't look at the object ball that's getting jumped over, and it can just get brushed and not even move, just wobble a little.
Use it on semi-processed stuff.
I think I did use it on semi-pro. I didn't use it on somebody. I think it was semi-pro.
Well, balls are still going in. He's still got a shot, and it's the 1 and 2 and 3 are all adjacent. And where's he going to go wrong here? This is the biggest fear. Anybody that plays Spectredawn, this is the biggest fear you'll have playing him. Because if this starts happening, he's running them. And I think Albie's high racks run number might be in danger here.
Sure. Oh, this guy can certainly do it.
Because I think Albie's in 5 at the moment, I think.
Hairpick, it was a fine piece of programming.
Or was it 4? Oh, hang on a minute. Well, there's a commentator's cuff right off the bat.
Yeah, boy. Start talking about, he's going to break the record.
Albinario will be cheering.
He dogs a ball that's almost straight in. I mean, that was an easy shot.
Never ever doubt me. Never doubt me. Did Slim do 5? Oh, it was Slim. Why did I say Albinario? I apologise to Slim. Yeah, it was Slim.
I wonder if Spectredawn's listening to this stream, because that must put a lot of pressure on him.
Well,
that was bad.
Well, talking of pressure, Matt's got to come up with something by way of a response, so he needs to hope this break's going to fire up for him. He really has to. It's got to go right now, because he does not want this to trail away. I mean, he's already on 11, trailing by 6. Big deficit to eat into.
Yeah, he's in real trouble here, because the guy, he doesn't run out as good, and you know, he's just got to stop missing balls. That's what it comes down to. And he's got to play smart. If he doesn't have it, he needs to play safe. He's played some safeties that didn't work out also. He's just got to reduce Spectredawn's chances, or he's no way he's going to be able to make up all these games.
Right, now we'll give him this 9 ball. We'll have a quick tab. It's now 3-2 to wink at me. So Slim had a 2-0 lead. He saw that go. And now it was Slim's idea to live stream the match, so he's got nobody to blame but himself. He's doing all that chatting at the same time. Well, that's what you don't want as a backup.
That's not what McClarkey needed there.
No, that's
Matt just did what the worst thing you can do: scratch on the brake. But if he shoots this carom, he's going to be shooting a combo next, unless he really moves the 1 ball out. I mean, I guess you could hit it hard enough to shoot the 1 on the side. Maybe that's what he's going to try. This is a little tricky. If you're going to, from the angle he's trying to shoot it, that's no good. You got to go to a shallow angle, because it's too hard to make it more steep on.
I don't know.
He's going to play safe. He's playing safe. That's a terrible save. I could tell before he ever hit it, there's no way he was getting safe there.
What's Matt going to try? I mean, I don't like the 4 for a billiard, because it's, I don't think,
well,
not exactly easy.
You got to get the 1 ball out of there.
Yeah, he's played it.
Shoots the billiard. Well, that's a nice shot. Well, now you can play safe. You can bank this 1 ball and hold the cue ball here on the rail. It's kind of hard to get it behind the 7. Oh, he's gonna cut it.
Oh, he's caught the 2.
Oh dear.
Up. Now, if he hadn't caught the 2, enough legs to get there, but yeah, these are still errors, whatever way you count them, and you just cannot afford to do that, trailing by 5 racks.
Well, it's hard playing against a guy that doesn't give you chances, and you know, Spectredawn doesn't give up a lot of chances. He has made some bad moves, as he's apt to, but the rest of it's just been run out every time.
And even that, and again, it makes you wonder why Spectredawn's never actually got round to winning one of these yet. But in his defence, he's never been playing in one of these with full 2020 vision like he is now. So he's got no excuse.
I think his biggest problem is still just moving, but that part of his game has gotten better, and
sometimes the
makes
choice
him a contender.
Sometimes the choice of safeties and push-outs is not the best choice in the world.
No, but it's better than it used to be, and he kicks better than he used to. So I mean, all that stuff's gotten better. It's still the weak part of his game, but any kind of improvement in the weak part of your game is gonna give you better result.
Bad news for more and more people.
Yeah, he's definitely a contender to win this.
Going to be double figures in terms of
that match. The match he had with Slim was something else.
Yeah,
I mean, Slim's playing good. I mean, he may be in a loser's bracket, but he's a threat to win this thing.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, I thought that's the best I've seen Slim play.
He's really improved. He's a lot more savvy than he used to be, and yeah, he's pretty strong now.
Spectredawn, long way in the distance. Your MC Clarkey. One ball thought about going in. I think
that was interesting. I thought the cue ball was a little further back than the last couple times. Maybe it was just my angle. I don't know.
Now, of course, this is a point in the match where you're trailing by 6. Is it all-out attack, or are you still prepared to bide your time and try and come up with decent safety? Because you're in the middle of no man's land here.
Yeah, this safety's tricky. He's going to shoot
all out,
and he didn't make it.
Another day that would have went in, but not going in today.
Yeah, I mean, if he was going to play safe, he would have had to thin it on the right side and bring the cue ball around. He couldn't go on the left. The 6 ball was too big. And this is going to be another run out.
And that's the pressure that these guys put themselves under by the fact that he set me a horrible shot and he felt he had to go for it. Where if that was me, I'd be ducking for cover up table behind that 8, 9, and 7 and 5. Yeah. That's what I'd be looking for.
The problem with that shot though is that the 6 ball was big.
Yeah, the 6 ball was in the line. Yeah, that's the risk you would be taking there.
Sometimes the safety's hard and the shot's hard, and you just got to pick one and shoot it. I mean,
that's true.
It's the way pool is. Sometimes you have to shoot difficult shots.
Yeah, the safety ends up being just harder than the actual shot itself. You might as well have a go. But
I think players in this game can get a real feel for how tough it is playing, as a pro in real life, because they get the same stuff. And they know if they miss that ball, they could lose a bunch of racks on that one shot. I mean, pool is very tough, and the level of play in VP is getting to the point where it's approaching some of the pro level play, and then you start seeing, missing one ball can cost me 5 or 6 games.
Mm-hmm. Well. Is it the drawback, or is he running forward?
He looks like he's forward.
Well, there's the mistake.
Yeah, inside English got him.
That's what it was. I mean, he's running forward. He puts a load of check in the cue ball, and of course, that's making the pot more difficult. And why didn't he just let that run? And he'd all the room in the world to go on the 7.
He could have tried to run it behind the 7 and shot it in the other side pocket or other corner. If you were going to go forward, that was the place to do it. Is just go to the other side of the 7.
Well, this is either way. It's an unexpected opportunity for Matt here. I think he was giving up this rack. I don't think he ever thought he'd get back to the table.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Well, I'm not going to say nobody ever plays perfect, because guys do play perfect sometimes, but It's pretty hard to play perfect in a race to 19.
So what's going to kick in for Matt? Again, this
Boy.
doesn't look good. That 8
Yeah.
ball, thinking about it, but it's not going to hold the line.
Matt's playing from dead center on the break, and I think that's a hard way to break. It certainly is in real life, but even, you know, VP is a little different on the break, but even so, that straight on is,
Oh, what do you do here, Steve? You pot the 1 and the 2. You
Yeah.
don't try and do anything crazy with the 2 to break the 3. You leave it where you've got a billiard onto the 8, and you're not
Well-
the 3 to the side rail, and you've probably got a shot in the 3 into the corner. I mean,
boy,
in fact, the angle he's got here isn't particularly great for a start.
he's on the wrong side of this
Yeah.
2 ball. Yeah, this is tough. I think he can play the 3 off the long rail into the 8 and make it. That's what I would do here at this point.
Yeah, just chip it into the corner and just try and catch the 8 and knock it in.
Yeah, just come off the long rail and then, you know, you got to play for the 3 to come out. I would stop this because the 3 is going to come out and around and maybe shoot it up table in the corner up table.
Oh, or he could do that. Oh,
Well,
hang on a minute.
That's
though.
not the most wonderful thing. Now, this is a pretty easy safety. This is where, you know, in real life, the pro is going to put you on the 7 ball. This is like, for a pro, this is guaranteed. You'd be on the 7 ball. And this is the kind of shot that the VP players need to practice because this shot comes up a lot. And that's well done. That's perfect. And he played it the right way. And that's what he should have done there because you don't really want to shoot at that ball.
Matt in dire straits here, as they say.
Well, you know, he's still 5 down. I mean, he's got time. He's just, you know, you're only going to win 1 game at a time. Good kick.
Got the hit. And, well, I suppose he's asking a question of Spectredawn here. Do you fancy the bank? I can't believe Spectredawn's going to turn this down. I mean, he could try and duck, but I think this is too much of an invitation, this.
Yeah, the biggest problem is the 6 ball. You know, the 6 ball is an issue. You can get by it, but it's tight. It's very tight.
I mean, can he cut the 4 down towards the 7 and send the cue ball up towards the 9 and try and get cover that way? But
yeah, he could.
I mean,
I think he can shoot this bank and get past the 6. And if you get past the 6, you can come around and out for the 5 and the side. It's just, you know, the speed makes it go sideways more. You kind of got to spin this in. And shot.
We're into the tip top.
That's the most hated shot. I mean,
well,
once in a while you have to shoot it, but not in that situation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Spectredawn could live to regret that because he's invited himself into a tactical battle here.
Yeah, he's got a combo and he's got a bank.
Yeah.
In real life, you'd almost always shoot the bank. You could try to get the 4 to slip past the 6 and play safe that way, but that's not a very good safe. You're probably giving up an easy kick. If you shoot the bank, you shoot it at speed, so if you miss short, the 4 ball comes back to the middle of the end rail. And he decides to shoot the combo and does not make it.
Well, you know, he had to back himself up because he's the one that decided he wanted to mess about tactically.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't like giving up that combo. In real life, that would be fine, but in VP, I wouldn't like giving a player like Spectredawn that combo, but it worked out. He didn't make it.
You've got to enlighten a semi-pro as to why Wenny has the nickname of Stinky Pete. And how did you find that out? More to the point, we need to know that.
Hey, Mr. Aggressive, where did that get you?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It got you into the losers bracket.
He's a perfect example of aggressive play.
I mean, You got to play smart.
He's in the madhouse. Well, that was an invitation to the party for Matt. Now, can Matt get this break work? Now, he's sticking with the same thing. He's stuck in the middle doing the same thing, and it hasn't worked yet. Now it's worked. He's got one.
Watch out.
He's got two.
Watch out. Watch
Two
out.
balls on the table. 3 balls going to stay out the way, and we could be in business here.
Yeah, this is definitely a table he should be out on. I mean, there's really no trouble here. The trickiest part's the 3 to the 5, and if you play this right, you pocket the 3 and come off the long rail and then just kind of bounce out. That's the smart way to play it. That's not a shot you want to be drawing. Yeah, he's going to have to draw it at this angle.
Yeah,
but at least he's close enough that, you know, this is not terrible.
You're going to cut it and bump the rail and spin out. Yeah,
he's going to spin back. He's fine. Yeah, that was smart. I was thinking corner, but that was actually a smarter play. And he is out, and it's 12-9, and all of a sudden the match looks a lot different.
Well, the line the cue ball wants to take would be 8 ball into the side, but it doesn't go because of the 9 been there. So he's having to just drop it dead weight to leave it in the corner, and that'll do it. So while he's tidying up here, let's have a quick look. It's 5-4 to wink at me.
Dub, you better start worrying about bedhead instead of how these guys are playing. Because that's not going to be an easy match for you.
Yeah,
bedhead can play.
He's cutting it slightly, but this I don't think 8 ball going this time. Nope, 6 ball thought about it as well. Oh, he has got a ball. What the hell went there? That must have missed it. 7 balls gone.
And he's got a good table. And
well, this might be the response that it is the response he requires. He needs to put 2 or 3 of these together just at the right time.
Yeah, you got to give him credit. He didn't.
Well, it's 3 ball, isn't it? 3 ball. I think he's good.
Be careful. Boy, that was close. You got to give him credit. He hasn't panicked. And now this is a little tricky to control. And he hit it pretty good. You just didn't want to get too much angle on this 4 because you want to be able to draw this past the side pocket. And he's in a good spot to do that.
Always alarm bells when you see that cue ball tracking where it wants to go.
Yeah, now that's one shot I think is harder in VP than in real life. That shot in real life, I could probably, I could draw it into the corner pocket from there pretty easy. That shot's harder in VP.
The bottom left corner pocket, as we look.
Yeah.
Most of the time, when you see guys digging in, they're always ending up scratching the side. I've never seen it go into the corner in VP.
See, the thing about VP is that the cue goes straight. So there's a lot of things you can do if your cue doesn't go straight. And it's one of the reasons I have trouble aiming in VP, because the way I aim in real life, I kind of get close, and then I see where my Q-tip has to go to pocket the ball. But you can set up certain shots like to really grab that ball and pull back quickly. There's ways to move your Q-tip to do that, and you can't do that in VP because it just goes straight.
Well, that 7 ball has given enough room for the 1 to go past it, but he can't be taking too much of that 7, and that's well done.
And he hit that really well.
Very well done.
Is he going to play the carom or the combo here? What's he going to pick?
Well, that's the problem. The problem is there's no room for the pot, so he's got to play. He's playing the combo.
He's playing the combo. That's what I would do here, even though I hate combos.
Yeah, he's got it
perfect.
And that's how you also want racks to be as quick as that, so you're straight into the next one. 1 behind. We have a match on now.
Yeah. This is pretty impressive by Matt. Getting down, didn't let it bother him, and
ball on the
he's
side.
moving. He's
And the
getting the
one
ball
ball's
going into
on.
the side pocket. That's probably the second ball, right? Yeah, that's the second ball behind the one ball.
Now,
He's making that pretty consistently in the one in the side pocket.
well, he's going to be a tricky one in a minute. Obviously, he'll be on the 2, and he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to have to run into this 9 ball, drawing off this 2 ball, and trying to cut the 3 onto the 4. He doesn't want that. See,
He's pretty straight. He's going to have to come back straight back.
Well, he's got a margin of error.
Yeah,
You see what I mean?
Chickens out.
Commentator's eye. Told you.
Well,
that was the only worry.
Is he going to shoot at this 3 ball or not?
Oh, he's giving this a blast. He ain't messing about here. He's giving this a blast. This is a... Well, I thought he was for a second.
You can thin the right side of the 3 and go behind the 5 and use the 8. The problem is that if he's going to shoot that, then the Q's up over the 9. So I think he's going to cut this.
Yeah, he's got right English on it to play.
He's playing safe. That's terrible.
Well, that's the worst shot he's played tonight, because I have not a clue what he thought he was doing there. Because at that pace,
I don't know why he didn't just try to play the 3-4 combo. He could use that same aim he did and just hit it really hard, and it would have thinned it out, and he might have had a chance to make it. Because
I'm really surprised he didn't play that cut onto the. I mean, if that was any other players that would have done it, they would have had a blast and cut that on it. Stubb wouldn't have blinked. He would have just blasted that. He might have not got it, mind you, but he would have had a blast at it.
Well, especially where the 4 ball was hitting, you could hit the rail quite a ways up with that 3 ball, and it would have made the 4.
Well, that's either way, it's a fail. It's a fail because he had the opportunity to have a blast at the thin cut. I think he would have good odds of getting that in. I don't think his eyes are as bad as mine. And secondly, when he chose the second option, it was a disastrous failure, to say the least. And he might have had a big fail there, depending on what happens in this next break.
Well, that safety wasn't easy. Plus, it was the kind that if you don't get the snooker, you're selling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that move either.
Well, how many is that going to cost him now? He's certainly going to be 2 behind to start with, and counting, depending on what happens in this break.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the kind of tournament that if you're going to win it, you're going to have to run out a lot.
There we go. Balls are going in. 4 balls gone as well. 1 ball is very dodgy.
Well, this is good for Matt because this is move time. Can you shoot at this? Yeah, but I'm not sure I'd want to. It's pretty close to the rail. I mean, the cut's tough. You can bank this on the side. That's tricky. I think there is a path to get around behind the 9, but there's no guarantee you're getting on the 2 good. Don't tell me he's going to roll up on this. Yeah.
Here we go again. Now, you know, I mean, has he not learned his lesson from the previous racks where he decided to go down the tactical tip-tap route and he lost out? I don't think that's a good ploy by Spectredawn.
That's I don't know what to do. I'll just do this move. I mean, I'm not saying that move's never worthwhile, but it's rare that it is.
Oh, double kissing back across towards the 9. You know, again, the mistake's going to be made fairly soon. That 9 ball, that 1 ball is going to come off the reel far enough to induce the bank at some point. Now, there's the obvious thin edge to try and duck over behind the 3. There might be an opportunity here. It just depends who loses patience. Well, Spectredawn has tried to do that. I don't know that he's left anything that's a bank. I mean, I think you have to cut this and
he's going to play safe. He's going to play safe. He's just going to put the 1 ball down behind the 2 and use the 3 or 9 or both. This is just cut this 1 ball up table. You really want to get it so it's past the middle diamond and have a hope of getting the 2 ball. Yeah. I don't like that shot. Although, you know, against Spectredawn it may not be that bad because he doesn't move well. Against somebody that moves well, that's That's
can cut,
not really a good shot.
You can still cut this back across into the side, but Spectredawn's not in, and that's a disaster. That's a complete disaster.
You got to go for the snooker if you're going to try that shot. Try to put it on 7 or something like that. You can't just cut it and leave it like this.
Unmissable. Unmissable.
Yeah.
He's got to give it a blast.
Even if he doesn't give this away, he leaves the shot where Matt can cut this one and put it on a 7.
This is going to be going in. Now, how's the shot? Well, he's going to have. He's going to have to duck, isn't he? Got to duck. Are they going to cut this?
I would cut this in real life, probably. I probably would cut this. In these pockets, I would cut this for sure. I mean, these are big pockets.
Yeah, he's got it, and he's good. Well, this is 2 lessons Spectredawn's been given. When you go down the tip-tap route, you have to have some sort of plan ahead and get yourself out of it. And he's failed twice. Set up the dead set combo there for Matt, and that's allowed Matt to get back in it again.
Yeah, I mean, Matt had made a mistake, and he got a game, and he had a chance to open it back up, and yeah, that was just the wrong move on the 1 ball. I mean, he's just got to stop doing that. He's got to learn how to play safe better than that, because that's.
Hang on a minute. See what the score is. It's 8-4 to Wink at me. Slim's in trouble here in this race to 13. Slim's in a lot of trouble. He wouldn't take any advice. He decided he wanted to stream it. He wants to stream his own demise then, for the look of it, the way it's going.
Yeah, Illustrate, I think he just doesn't, he doesn't know what to do sometimes in those situations. It's just a lot of it's experience, practice, and playing safe.
And partly he's to blame himself because he generally doesn't have an awful lot of opportunities to be looking for safeties and getting into safety exchanges, because he's pretty much more comfortable potting balls than he is looking for the strategy side of things.
Well, sometimes you have to.
Yeah, and that's the thing that might be his ultimate demise somewhere along the line in this tournament, and it could be now in this winner's side match. You never know. He's 2 fails at it.
To be fair to him, he has gotten better at the moving game. It's not like it's not as bad as it used to be. He's just got a ways to go.
Yeah, I mean, rolling up. I mean, I spend very little time playing against AI offline. They're crazy, but that's true. I mean, you can get away with doing daft things because the AI don't have the intelligence. Well, certainly some of them. If you're playing the top ones, they'll bank it somewhere or they'll do something. What's Matt done here? Talking about getting yourself in trouble. He's got himself in big trouble.
Yeah.
Now, is he willing to try the jump? He's not even giving it a snap. Oh, hang on a minute. He's going for a huge massey here. Yeah, that's never going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it could have, but you got to get the butt up more than that.
Yeah. Well, that's a fail. The table was good, and that has let Spectredawn off the hook. That could be very costly. Just when he's opened the door for him there, Matt's just slammed it in his own face there.
Well, yeah, instead of being tied up, it's going to be 14-12 with Spectre breaking. Yeah, well, Illustrate, it might work pretty good against the offline COs, but not online. Once in a while, that's a good move. The best time to roll up on a ball is when you're hooked and you're doing like a side rail to side rail kind of soft kick at it. That's the kind of situation that comes up. Where early in the match, where that 1 ball was stuck right by the side pocket, there was really not a whole lot you could do. That was another spot that maybe you roll up on it.
7 right side pocket. 1 ball in
Okay,
play,
well,
2
this
balls
looks good.
there.
Yeah, he should be pretty good here. I mean, the 5 is the trickiest part, but he's got a choice whether he wants to play a combo or come across and shoot it in the same pocket he's going to shoot the 4. I mean, for a player at his speed, I don't think he's going to have a whole lot of trouble. He does need to get on this 2 well to get down to the 3, but you know, the 3 you can be on kind of crappy because of where the 4 is sitting, so I think he's out here. And that's well done.
He doesn't want to be sitting there, though, I don't think. I don't think he
No.
wants to be sitting there. Suddenly
That
it's
did not
become a
roll out
lot
very
more
good.
difficult.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done well, though. Didn't hang about. Didn't mull over it. Just get down and go on with business.
Yeah, so let's see what he decides to do here. A lot of times you kind of just play to go from the 4 to the 5, and if you don't get the right angle, then you play the combo.
I think he's playing the combo.
He's going to play the combo. At this point, you know, that angle is not really good for getting on the 5, so he's just going to back this up a little and play the combo. Or he's going to go forward off the rail. That's fine, too. That's actually better than backing it up.
Well, he couldn't be sitting any better than this.
Yeah, he'll shoot the 5 in the pocket over by the 9. Roll this and let the cue ball go forward. Nope, he's going to hit it and shoot it in the same pocket. Okay.
Well, it's held. Hasn't
He was able to control the speed. That's
almost
what I don't like
escaped, but
about
he's
doing
good.
that. Yeah. You hit that 6 a little thinner, and all of a sudden the 5's not makeable.
Sitting good on the 8, so.
Well, that was huge, Matt, giving away the game because, you know, now it's ended up costing them 2, and we're getting to the point where we're getting close to the goal, and
that Massey could have been his last shot. We never know.
Yeah, I mean that's huge because now it's 15-12, and Spectre only needs 4 games. That's well, it's kind of like now or never time. He's got to hope that.
1 ball died a death and went in that side pocket there.
Well, he doesn't have the easiest situation here, though, so let's see what he decides to do.
He might have a bank at this in the corner. I think it's a good line for the bank.
It is. He's gonna play safe, and that's a tough place to play safe.
Well,
he did pretty good. Now, you know, this is kick behind it and try to send a 2 up the rail. The problem here is that you're not going to get it behind the 8. It will stay, but I would kick behind it probably. He might try to kick it in. I like that better. I like trying to kick it in at this point.
Not exactly the line, but that, you know, something like that.
Yeah, he's going to try to kick this in. I think this is the right play because you're going to come up with at least a play on the 3.
Well,
there's a chance you could get behind the 8. Yeah.
That's perfect. Okay, so he's not good in the 3, but he can put Spectredawn in trouble here.
Boy, I would be drawing this.
Oh no!
God,
what's he done here?
Yeah, that was kind of tricky. I would have jacked up the cue and drawn it to the side rail, and the main reason why was to avoid this situation. Because he could have jacked up the cue and kind of drawn it to the side rail behind the 8. You know, he could have controlled the speed well. He didn't have to hit it real hard.
Well, the cue ball's going out into the table, the 3's going to the long rail, and he's perfect. It couldn't really fail that shot there because the cue ball was always coming into the table, so even if the 3 did get stuck to the rail, he would always have a shot.
And I think we can give him this game. I mean, he'll have to do something really dumb not to get out here.
Right, now I think it's time for a quick tab, and we'll see that it's 9-6 to Wink at Me.
Wink at Me's playing. I would have thought that Slim would have been the favorite in that match.
Yeah. race to 13, remember, so Wink at Me's pretty much in a Spectredawn situation here.
Well, I think it's a huge mistake to stream the match while you're playing. I mean,
Yeah.
now some people maybe can do that. You know I couldn't do it. It's just too much of a distraction.
Yeah. The last shot he's played was the Massey. And that could be it.
Yeah, that was just a huge mistake. Ended up hooking himself. He's got the 1 ball.
He's not got the 2.
Oh, that's no good. So, you know, I mean, at least he's going to have to push out.
Well, again, interesting here what Spectredawn comes up with for a push out, because you know, down here in the short rail here, the 4 ball is covering the bank, I think.
Yeah, this isn't a terrible push out. He'll probably go side to side, try to put him on the 9. That's what he's doing.
Has he got there though? I don't think he has. No.
He's left a lot of ball. I mean, he could bank the 2 into the 8 if he wants.
Yeah. Yeah.
He could bank the 2 in the side pocket if he wants. He could play safe. I mean,
you know, if you bank the 2 onto the 8, the risk is that you're going to be behind the 9 ball or something and covered in the 2. But you know, you've got to be prepared to take that risk if you're 16, 12 in front, or you don't.
He decides to play safe, and he plays a pretty good safety, but he doesn't get it. Yeah, I would have tended to bank the 2 onto the 8 here, just because the safety wasn't that easy. You know, I mean, he hit it pretty good, and he didn't get there. It's a pretty big hole.
Cut, and he's pushed it to the rail too soon,
and he's missed it.
He's made the move.
That's that. I mean, he's.
Well, you know, this is still a touchy little shot. I think he can play this dead weight and still keep the cue ball up there to play the 2. Just dead weight onto the 8, he'll still be there or thereabouts.
You've got some choices here if you don't want to play that shot. There's other ways of playing it.
I think he's still good. Hang on. No, he hasn't. Commentator's eye got it wrong that time.
Well, you know,
I thought he could hold it there.
He could. He would have had to dink it. Other than that, you know, you take the cue ball 2 rails and try to get in the gap, or, you know, you try to play it so the 2 comes off the 8 and runs someplace. I mean, there was a bunch of things he could have done. Obviously, this one isn't great.
If he gets into this too much, he's getting off the back.
Oh, this is no good. I can't believe he played that shot. So he's not going to like where he ends up probably here.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Andy's not hit a rail. That's a complete and utter disaster. He hasn't hit a rail, would you believe it?
Well, I guess the dink finally paid off for Spectre.
Well, it has. This time he's won the battle, and Matt's blown a gasket with that shot.
Now you're going to blame it on me, Colas P. That's fine. I'm used to taking the blame.
Yeah, you know, that's just the wrong time. Well, there's never a right time that could happen, but, you know, just a little dab to get that ball to a rail, and he hasn't got it to the rail. Good evening to Mooncake, is it? I can't remember. I get totally confused with these names. Anyway, quick look here. Limb breaking. He's 10-7 behind. Now, 5 to the 6. This is the make or break shot. Got to get in the short side if he wants to pot the 6. No, it will go past the 7. Yeah, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect.
That was well hit. Good stroke there. So it'll be
Gilbert.
17-12 and Spectre's breaking.
Yeah, Maguire's
9-3.
done well to get that far, but Gilbert's got he's got a good game, Gilbert. In fact, don't forget he got to a semi-final not that long ago at the World Championships, Dave Gilbert. Maguire's done well to get as far as he's got, considering he's not been there for a number of years. So here we are, Spectredawn 17-12 in front. I thought this would run closer, but that's the difference between these minor errors. They suddenly manifest into big mistakes. But the little lifeline with the dry brake, giving Matt a little glimmer to at least survive another couple of racks, maybe. Did you say 1913?
Well, Matt's got a chance here. I mean, this is kind of do or die. What do you call it? Last chance saloon?
Well, we'll give them the 2, we'll give them the 3, the 4, 5 in the middle of the table, 6 down the bottom, loads of room to get up left for the 7. And the 8 goes past the 9, so where can this go wrong?
Do something dumb. I don't think he will. I mean, Matt's a good player. He hasn't made too many mistakes that were really silly. I mean, probably the last one he made where he hooked himself was the worst of them.
I presume he's got the angle just to run this right through, bring the cue ball down here. I think he has, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. So it'll be 17-13. Matt needs to break and run out a few. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
By the time you get back, it could be over. In fact, I'll have a quick drink. Just remember as well, guys, we've got, I think, a fairly busy night on Friday. We'll look at the schedule once this match is over. We'll check that schedule out because we've got certainly a couple of matches happening on Friday. Cobra's one of them. Stubbs another one with Bedhead. But there might be a third one. So, Matt's got an opportunity for the follow-up here. Now this, obviously, he has to cut this and come up and not hook himself between the 7 and the 5. And he's coming up away from the 7, so it's good so far, and the table is good. How's the angle on the 2? Well, he can just stun it down. Doesn't want to overstun it like that. Now he's in trouble. He's immediately got himself in trouble because he's got himself more of a cut in the 4, and it's got to judge the line coming off this rail and up into the table without hitting the 9, and it's failed. And as soon as he's got more work to do, he had to watch that hitting the 9, and now it's a kick and hope, and he ain't getting anything.
So did he hook himself again?
Yeah, he left himself too high an angle on the 4. Rather, he overhit the cue ball, wanted to drop the 4 into the side. He had to cut it into the side and go up top, rail back up for the 5, and he brushed the 9, and that killed the pace, and he was stuck behind the 7, had to kick the 5, and this is where we are.
Yeah,
although,
well, at least,
it could be easier than this.
At least it wasn't a dummy. I mean, if you brush a ball and stuff like that, yeah, you're in control of the cue ball, but in some of those shots, it's a little bit of bad luck. and he throats this thing.
Yeah, there you go. That's what he does. Week in, week out. Friday night 9-ball shots like that.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a tough combination to play against because he's a great shot maker and he moves the cue ball well, and that's why he runs out a lot. Because if he gets out of line or he gets left a shot like that, he's still capable. And that was well hit. That was
absolutely spot on.
Into the meat of the 6-ball. You can't hit that ball thin. You need to get into the meat of the ball.
Well, Spectredawn on the hill, breaking for the match. Those little errors. I mean, Spectredawn's made one or two, but Matt's just made one or two more. Ultimately, that's really what's cost him, and especially that last hook there that he had. That was a great opportunity, that rack.
Well, I think Spectredawn also had the longest string of racks.
Well, he did. He had that little burst, which, I think that really gave him the lead, and it's pretty much been there since then. Now, was that dry? Was that a final lifeline for Matt? Yes, it was.
It looks dry. Okay, this truly is last chance to win here.
Oh no, hang on a minute. This might have got ugly straight away. Unbelievable. Why did he do that?
And this is tough because how are you going to play safe here? He might roll up on this. Yep. See, that's not that bad a move there because there really wasn't a whole lot there.
Well, we're going to get 20 minutes of this. I think it's time to look and see what Slim's up to. Well, it's now 11-8.
Well, I may have to make it so the ball will freeze on the rail easier because it just doesn't do it. I need to make it so you can freeze the ball on the rail, and then you can't do this because if the ball is frozen to the rail and you do that, it's a foul.
Still tapping, right? Well, tell me when they're stopped tapping. We'll watch what's happening with Kimmy and Slim.
He might take a whack at this. I think he can get this by the 9.
No, back to square one.
I would extend this too and go by the 9. Because if you get it by the 9, the 2's going to go towards a 5.
Well, you use the 5 as a stopper. Can you get the edge of that too?
He may shoot this. He may bank this. This ball banks, and the 5's going to hold the cue ball.
I think he's looking at the edge of the 2. I don't think he can comfortably get to the edge of that too. No, that's why he's rolling. He's rolling up at it again.
Well,
right. Slim's getting down and dirty, although he hasn't played a good shot there though.
And he just sold out here. I mean,
oh dear,
this shot, you got to throw it. I would have thrown it. He didn't throw it. If he would have thrown it, he could have kept the cue ball closer, but he's still okay.
Bent head cut again. Now, a bump there would have, and he has got the bump, although he's going to have to run some yardage here. I don't think can he avoid that 9-ball. He's got to draw right off it, and that.
Oh boy!
Of course, he's missed the 3. Well, that's hasta la vista time.
Larry, that may change. Well, I mean, if it doesn't tell you it's frozen, how do you know it's frozen?
I just zoom into the rail and look at it and decide it's frozen.
It needs to say it's frozen, like it does with touching ball. You need to know if it's frozen. And I don't think it ever does freeze balls. I can make it do that. I probably should.
Yeah, Steve's talking about touching ball and snooker.
Yeah, the game tells you like in snooker if you've got a touching ball.
So Matt's still at the table, trying to survive.
Larry, it's touching another ball. Like if you got a red that's touching another red or color or whatever, it'll say touching ball, and
Slim's in
or
trouble.
I'm sorry, it's a cue ball. If you got the cue ball touching a red or a color, it'll tell you it's touching. You got to play away from it.
So 4 behind, and no miss 9 ball from Matt, and balls need to go in, and they ain't doing it this time. Right, and I bet he's left a gap.
Yeah, it would be kind of like touching ball, where it tells you, and I'd have to do a little work, so because I could put that in, but the problem is that right now it's rarely ever going to freeze because I haven't modeled the channel. What happens in real life is the balls roll down the cushion and they kind of make a little channel wears into it, and then the object balls will, when they get in that channel, they'll want to sit against the rail. Well, I'm thinking this is going to be it.
Well, this is a shot that's going to decide it. He's the wrong angle in the 3. He's probably just going to
draw this.
throw it back up slightly.
Yeah, and he can shoot the 4 and get the cue ball by the 6. Yeah, see, he can go forward past this. Now, a 5 does go by the 9, or he could come up and shoot this in the side pocket. You got to hit this a little speed to get it to widen out past the 6. He may draw this, but you can go forward past the 6 on this shot. It will. You just got to hit it. Just like that. Yeah, and I like that play. Played in the side of the corner. Well, over the corner. I mean, he's straight into the corner. He just didn't. He wasn't going to be able to get it past the 9. Not only was the pocket partially blocked, but the speed he had to hit it.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Yes. I think he just dug a hole for himself here.
Hugh, what does Scooby-Doo say?
Yeah.
Ruh-roh. You wouldn't know about Ruh-roh. You probably never watched Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I watched Scooby-Doo, the original series in the 70s with Casey Kasem as Shaggy.
Yeah.
That's who played Shaggy, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know what he's doing here. It looks like he's going to hit the 7. I mean, maybe he's going to try to jump this. I think he's going to try to jump it because the line he's on. Yeah, he's going to try to jump it.
Yeah, well, he didn't hang around, though. How's his luck?
Not good enough. Nope.
Well, another lifeline for Matt. And just to confirm, Steve, this 8 ball isn't frozen to the rail.
Yeah. You know, just sort of a thought for everybody. You can lose matches like this doing what Spectredawn's doing. I mean, there's no
watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. He's okay, I think.
There's no guarantee that Matt's not going to break.
He can run. Yeah, he hasn't threatened to do it tonight, but he's got a chance. You've always got that chance when you're breaking.
You just don't want to give guys a chance to do that. And I've lost matches like that. Well, I've lost matches where I made a mistake and the guy broke and ran 6 racks on me.
Not great. We're 2 in the side again. 1 ball's in bedhead territory, something else on the side, and the 7 and 8 are awkward.
Well, yeah, but this is doable. It's doable. I mean,
now I've got to remember. Oh, that's bedhead, Steve. Just now that I've remembered it, Joel is bedhead, who's arrived in the stream. Yeah.
Hey, bedhead. Everybody is already rooting for you in the stream for your match against Stubb.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry. Stubb's asleep. You know, he's been in. He's lying asleep in the corner. Well, this is still a big test because he's now got into no man's land territory in this 3 ball.
He's okay here. It's a little soft draw and just check it up.
Watch where the cue ball's going.
He's good. I mean, it's critical he gets on the 6 good because you want to run the cue ball towards the 9. That's what you really need to do here. So you want to get a good angle on the 6 for doing that.
Well, I'll tell you something. He's going to have to play a good one.
He's going to have to draw this with right English. And yeah, this is. Yeah, he may go forward and try to shoot a difficult shot. He could do that too. This is definitely not how you want to be on the 6 ball for this shot.
He's far too straight. I mean, he's going to have to blast this to move it.
I would have played across the other side and shot 6 in the other corner myself.
He's got to be thinking about getting top side of it to try and get it. Side and other. You think that's the legs? He's
probably thinking safe, although I don't think he's got a good angle for it. This is doable. A little soft one with left English, and you can bump the 7 over towards the rail and kind of rub on.
Played the pot, I think. He's played the pot and scratched the knuckle, but has he got second prize? Yes, he has. Or has he? No, he hasn't. Is it past the pocket?
He can't shoot it. He's hooked, so he can bank this. I mean, the shot to play is bank.
He can get the edge of this. He can get the edge of this.
Yeah, but I don't think he can make it. Yeah, I thought the shot to play was bank to 7 and try to come around behind the 8.
Well, look at where the 8's sitting. I mean, this is you can pot the 7, but you're going to try and run this cue ball down into the 9.
I would, because the main reason why is the safety is difficult, because you can't get the 8 past the 9. If you could get the 8 past the 9, you'd always play for the safe, but this is tough. He's going to give up a shot here probably. Oh, great shot.
That's worked out well.
That was very well. That was a great shot. That was well played. That was kind of tricky to get it to do that. He made it look easy.
Right. We'll see this shot, and then I'll have a quick tab just to see what's happening in Slim's match. In fact, by the time he takes to work this out, we might actually have a look at Slim's match. Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, well, we all remember that.
12-8, 12-9. So Wink at Me's on the hill. That match should be over in a minute.
Oh, that was such a well played shot. Now there's Spectredawn showing that he's learned to move better. That was a very well played shot.
That's a match winner.
You had to hit that perfect. Well, he can make this.
Well, he can catch the edge of it, but it's right on the point, isn't it? Yeah, that's never going, Steve. That's never going, that 8 ball.
It's not a very high percentage, but it is makeable. Not going the way he's going. You got to kick it across the other side rail.
Good luck with this. I mean, this is.
You would kick that with speed. Maybe try to hit it pretty full and shut it in. I don't like this shot.
Let's
see what he does.
I don't think he's going to scratch off it. Oh, what a shot! What a shot that was! Wow.
Are we seeing some play here?
What a shot that was!
That's something else. I mean. We just saw 2 safeties in a row that were really good, and then that's an amazing kick shot. I mean, Spectredawn, you got to give him credit. That was a great safe he played. I mean, because you had to hit that 2-rail kick perfect to get safe, and he did. It was really a fine shot.
Slim's still 12-9 behind. He's Wink at Me's kicking right.
I may have to do less talking bad about Spectredawn's moving game after that shot. That was a spectacular kick save.
Oh, I didn't hear anything go. It's dry. And again, the bedhead cutting the 1 ball.
Well, he needs to finish this. It's time to stop screwing around and finish this, because he's going to lose his match if he keeps doing what he's been doing.
Unrelated question. Playing snooker in a tourney, I was at the table on a 50-something break. My opponent managed to resign the game during my visit. How did he do that?
I don't think you can resign during your visit. I didn't think that was possible.
I couldn't answer that.
You sure he didn't just quit the match?
Yeah, that's probably what he's done. Or did it say the opponent has quit? Because that's the difference between the message different for resigning and quitting. Anyway, Spectredawn looking to put this match to bed. Little check in the cue ball, I would think, maybe.
Yeah, he
Four
underhit that a little,
inside.
but I think he's okay. He just dinked us.
Yeah. Well, the only thing he can do here is somehow hook himself in the 6. Yeah, that's the only danger here is where he puts his cue ball for the 6 ball. It's somehow been interfered by the 8.
I didn't think that was possible to do that, Illustrator. I'm not sure what's going on. I only wrote the code. I don't remember how it works.
Well, there's the result through, and Winkett Me's taken down Slim. Live streaming Slim has gone home 13 racks to 9. Well done to Winkett Me. And well done also. I say well done. I think he's going to be okay. Yeah. Well done to Spectredawn.
Yeah, this is a good win for Spectredawn. I mean, he played pretty good. You got to give Matt credit for really hanging in there. Just a few more mistakes by Matt, and that was the difference in the match.
Yeah, well, only 3 racks between them at the end of the day, and I knew it was going to be reasonably close. I just didn't know who was going to win.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, Illustrator. You're trying to do a century, and all of a sudden it's over. I don't think you could resign if it wasn't your turn.
So, Spectredawn. It goes through by 19 racks to 16. And let's
we got to take a look at the stats because these got to be
that's Slim that's on his stats. I just thought, oh, how come I'm at the stats already? Right, I'm going to have to log in again. I bet you I'm going to have to log in every time I go to YouTube or Twitch. I have to log back into VP4. Oh no, it hasn't. Right. Right, I'll go to the lobby, do that, get it to work. Yes, I do have to log in.
Are you going to show everybody your email?
Yeah, of course. That's my shit email. I've had that email for how many years it's been Hotmail. I give it out to anybody because it's all junk and I never pay any attention to it. I never pay any attention to it at all.
Let's see if you has the old 3-letter password or not.
Right, there we go. Now, what was I going to do? Stats. And right, we'll do the hard one first. Matt _, uppercase C.
MC _
LARKY
CLARY.
There we go. And Spectre. Going and delete and go and there we are. Break stats. Spectredawn. Oh, look at Spectredawn's break. 0.7. Matt's was just over one ball. 70%. Spectredawn was 60 odd. 61.
Yeah, so Matt broke better than him.
Yeah, runouts for the break 5 and 6 for Spectredawn. Rack's high run was just 3 for Matt and 2 for Spectredawn.
Well, I thought Spectredawn ran more than 2.
Yeah, I thought that, but it seemed like that. But that was his high run, just 2.
Yeah,
that's a part of the match.
It really was just a few more mistakes by Matt. I mean, it was a very well played match by both players.
Right. Now here's what I was talking about earlier. On Wednesday we have Sergresh against Mooncake. Now remember, I'm off my 2 days off now. So we've got Sergeresh Mooncake tomorrow night at 7 p.m, which clashes, of course. See, these people are numpties. They don't look at the schedule. They just decide we're going to play matches so that we're all playing at the same time. You've got Sergeresh and Mooncake at 7 p.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern, and you've also got Jose and Keith at the same time, both on the one loss side. Then we have Acero and Interchange X on Thursday at 4 a.m. Thursday morning. I will not be there for that, although I will be up looking for a game of cowboy doubles, but I won't be streaming that at that time in the morning. And finally, on Friday, we have the two matches on Friday. We've got Stub and Deadhead going at it at 6 p.m, and which is actually quite good because Cobra and Balls are at 7:30. So the Stub match will be over by 6:30 once Bedhead gives them a drilling, and I can go and have a coffee and come back for the Cobra Balls match. The last match we have is Albinario and LS3 on Sunday, which is at 8:30, and that's a winner's side match. Now, if Slim's around and he's doing nothing, then he can do it, because it's just that's too late for me, because I'm at work Monday morning, 8:30, and a 2-hour match, 10:30, going to bed, no good. So that's not ideal for me, that match time. So that's the matches that are left. We've got matches tomorrow, matches on Friday, and then we've got the match on Sunday. And that is it. Unlucky Slim, that's the last time you do any live streaming when you're playing in a big tournament. Or you should have learned your lesson by now, surely. And don't call me Shirley. So Matt's moved over. In fact, that's what I never looked at. I've done everything but look at the bracket and see where things stand here. We need to know how things are going. Right, so we've got semi-pro in round 4. Not tell a lie, round 5, obviously. And he's still waiting on the winner of this Albinario LS3 match. And further down, we have Cobra and Balls to play, and Spectredawn's now waiting on the winner of that one. Now, I'm probably hedging my bets here, saying Cobra's going to be favourite, so that's going to be a cracker of a match, assuming everything goes according to plan. So it's hotting up on the winner's side. On the one-loss side now, we have Stub up against Bedhead, as we said, at the bottom of the bracket. Further up the bracket, we have Keith and Jose waiting to play, and the winner of that will play Wink at Me, of which the winner of that will then play Larry. So Larry's got a little bit of time to get some more practice in. Further up from there, Matt, having moved across, is in exactly the same position, I think, as Larry, because Mooncake is playing Sergeresh. The winner of that will play Fast Eddie, and the winner of that then plays Matt. And I think we're almost up. No, we aren't. We've got Interchange X and Acero at 4 a.m. in the morning on, did I say Thursday? And they will then be waiting on the loser of the Balls and Cobra match coming across to them. And that is us. I'm pretty certain we're up to date now. So good matches to come now, all throughout the tournament, loss side or winner side. Everything's going to be well worth watching. And I think that about covers it, unless we've got anything else to say. I'm off for a coffee and a watch a bit of the snooker.
Oh, I got stuff to say.
Right, Steve's got stuff to say.
So, let's talk about Cowboy World Championship. So, you guys normally use the tournament pockets, the default pockets on tournament, right?
Yeah, don't start messing with that, by the way, before you even get down that route.
Shot sequence is alternate. So, the big question is, when are we going to start this thing?
Well, first of all, you get the sign-ups open now. Well, this is
I understand that, but to get the sign-ups open, I have to have a dead date or starting it. I'm trying to fill the tournament out. I can't get sign-ups without a date.
Right. So this is what. Let me have a look. Hang on a minute.
So the last match of this thing will be over by
Who the hell's the
June
calendar?
5th, and probably before that.
Calendar, right.
Do we want to do a slight overlap on these?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if you figure this is done around early June, when do you want to start? I usually give at least 3 weeks for sign up, so I probably wouldn't want to start it before. Let's see.
Well,
How about like the
Stub
start
wants
at like
this.
the 21st, 22nd, 23rd? That's April.
May.
Wrong month.
May.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong month. Hang on. May. So I could start at like the 22nd of May. What do you think of that?
Yeah. I think everybody will just say yes because they're just desperate to get another one up. Stubb wants to be able to sign up for another one to have another chance at trying to win one.
Okay, so 22nd, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do it like 6 p.m. my time.
Oh, Stubb's ranting away in the lobby. Look at this. He's making up for lost time. Was he muted on YouTube?
I didn't mute him.
Unless one of the admins killed him on YouTube. We have moderators on YouTube to deal with Stubbisms.
May 22nd, 6 p.m. All right, race to 3, and the losers and winners. Match goal is 4 for the final. Jump cues are off.
Lag for break.
First go should be lag for break.
I think we could use the terminology "pissing in the wind" there, Bedhead. Hey, you forgot the one pocket. Right, we could have the one pocket on Friday night. The sign-ups are open at 6 o'clock. The tournament starts at 7, and the tournament's over by 10. There you go. And it's either you or one pocket slim that'll be world champion.
Okay, forgot the one pocket. Yeah, we did. You guys really want to order one pocket, huh? We could. It'll be a quick tournament. Won't be that many people in it. All right, I'll think about one pocket. Yeah, Slim, you can send me send support a message on that with suggested settings for the championship. All right, I don't have anything else. I'm just gonna have to work on this thing a little. I got the basic stuff in here. I just got to write some stuff and put a logo together.
Just got to fill it out with the bullshit stuff. Yeah, that nobody reads.
Yeah. Well, it should be up tonight.
Right. Well, so that's the next one, and then the one after that's the snooker. It'll probably be in August. I would think the way things are going, it'll probably be in August. Are you not going? Are you not due to go mountain climbing, Steve, out into the wild with the cougars and whatever else is crawling about?
I will go mountain climbing probably in July.
Yeah. Well, right, guys. Well done to Spectredawn again. Unlucky Slim. Well done to Wink at Me. You got to play well to beat Slim. So 2 winners tonight. One has gone home. One has gone to the one lost side. So and good matches to follow. So thanks to Steve for his company again. Good to have him back. And thanks all for your company as well, guys. So I'll bid you good night. And we will see you again soon. So take care. See you later.
Yep. Good night, guys.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Good night, ladies.